Greetings, fair earthlings. I am Smelly B, and I'd like to welcome you either to or back to my channel where the topic of conversation is all fragrance all the goddamn time. Housekeeping is normal, not an expert, not claiming to be, not training to be, giving my low level, very humble, very ill informed opinion on fragrances just from the perspective of a consumer. Not a niche snob, not any of that. So, that out of the way. I made my Sunday deadline. I didn't think I was going to make it on camera this week, but I did. I carved out the time to do it. I'm glad to be here, glad to have you. Thank you for stopping by. No theme in particular, just talking about what I've been grabbing out. It's been so fun transitioning into cool weather fragrances because this is my time of year. And like I've mentioned to you all, I'm in the Maryland, D.C. area, so it's been fall, but we've only really been able to enjoy cooler temperatures like into evening or early morning. The days have still been up above 80 degrees up until this past week, which I walked out one morning with no jacket on and came back like, wait a minute, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. So, it's time to start breaking out my good stuff, not just in terms of fragrance, but in terms of fashions, baby. This is my time of year. It's time to rag. You hear me? Oh, I love it. This time of year delights me. Neither here nor there. So I have been sort of easing into wearing my thicker, sweeter, more oody, more animalic, more leathery, more smoky, more this, more that, more bada bing, more bada boom fragrances. And I'll tell you what I've been getting into this past week. All right. In no particular order, I pulled up tabs on Fragrantica so that I could cue myself as to what the actual notes are, because I can tell you what stuff smells like to me, but I give you sort of a sense of what the notes are, at least according to Fragrantica. For these, what's first here? I broke out Angel Muse. Many of you know this one already. This is actually a good start because it is something most people who are into fragrances at all are familiar with. Angel Muse, the EDT by Mugler. Just works so nicely in this little sweet spot of cool weather. It's a beast though. This thing is a beast. It is really tart. Really tastes got a bite to it in the opening. Real bitter, but also tropical and fruity. It is just like biting into a lemon. It's sort of the experience you get. And I think there is some lemon actually in the top of this. Let's look at the notes. I should have on glasses, but I don't. Bear with me. So the top notes in this are passion fruit, mandarin, orange, and lemon. The mids are hazelnut, cocoa spread, cassis. The base notes are vetiver, akigala wood, which I enjoy in a lot of fragrances. That peppery, I love akigala wood. Chocolate and caramel. This is somehow accomplished being very bright, very tart, very bitter, but also very warm and very cozy and quite sweet. I like this, and this is a compliment puller. This is one, at least on my working with my chemistry, it works really, really nicely, especially in the breeze. I'm wearing this one today too. So that is Angel Muse, the EDT version by Mugler, launched in 2017 per Fragrantica. So I've been rocking that. What's the next tab? This one is a little more polarized, and I broke out the Something Wild by Derek Lam, Tin Crosby. This is a part of a whole line of fragrances. I had another one. What's that other one? It's yellow. I don't like that one. It was a blind buy. It reminds me of Sunflowers. I don't remember who that fragrance was by. You remember old school Sunflowers? I've never liked that. Had a friend that used to wear that all the time. Couldn't stand it. Neither here nor there. This one is called Something Wild. It is a very so let's look at what the notes say they are. Something Wild by Derek Lam, Tin Crosby. Amber fragrance for women, launched in 2015. The only notes shown on Fragrantica are Madagascar vanilla and cedar. It is very woody. It's got a real sort of creamy woodiness going on. One of the dry, sort of creamy The woodiness comes across, and it is vanillic, very much so. But something in here is really animalic to me. I don't know that it quite comes across as oud, but something in there is this nagging little animalic note that I can't quite put my finger on. This is not going to be for everybody for that reason. It goes a little animalic. There's no other way for me to put it. And I don't know if anybody else picks up on that in this way, but I like it. I like animal. I might as well. I should be in the damn jungle. Like I really should. I'm an earthy girl that way, so I appreciate an animalic sort of lean in my vanilla fragrances. I don't mind it at all. It's not going to be for everybody for that reason, though. Some people are going to hate this, but I love it. It is an animalic, really smooth, woody, yes. Lactonic a bit to me. It does have an air of sort of this plasticky thing going on in there as well that I don't mind. Some people will though. It's heavy. I like it. I like this. I like it especially in this weather. I've been rocking it. We'll continue to rock it. Like it's just the type of fragrance I appreciate. It's a cheapie too. When I found this. I want to say in like a Marshalls or TJ Maxx. It's been a while, so I don't remember. You have to forgive me. But if you come across it and you like your, animalics and ouds and musks and stuff like that underneath your sweets, then you might appreciate it. Derek Lam, 10 Crosby, Something Wild it's called. Let me return it to its the container. Next up, Vanille by Molinard. I like this one. This sort of for me makes me think of what that Billie Eilish vanilla was trying to do. It's a little richer, has a little more depth. It's a little more complex. It lingers a bit longer. Not a whole lot longer. I do have to respray this. Well, I don't have to. I do because I like my fragrances to sit a little heavier. I like this. Vanille by Molinard, launched in 2015. The only notes listed are vanilla and vanilla pod. There is something in here to me that comes across a little fruity. Something in here that feels a little tiny bit like cacao or something to me. Quite faintly. It's giving more than just vanilla for me. Very subtly so, but it is very predominantly vanilla. It is quite sweet. It has still got a lightness to it though. Like a breeze can cut through it. It's lovely. And it's a cheapie. How much was this? I don't remember, but look it up. I don't remember this being extremely expensive, and I like it for this time of year quite a bit. Really nice, really sweet. Next tab is my Arabians Tonka. So what made me crack this out is maybe a month or two back, I saw that Jusette, I noticed on Lucky Scent that Jusette put out another fragrance called like something about a powder, black powder, delicious black powder or something of the sort. Y'all remember the name of it? Comment if you do. But it's in a black bottle. I forget. But I sent for a sample of it because I wanted to know what it was like. And I smelled it and I'm like, it nagged me for a bit. Like, this is really nice, but what, I have something that smells just like this. What is it? And I had to sort of sniff around through all my stuff, and it finally came to me. Arabians Tonka by Montale is what it smells like to me. Only that one's more cocoa. It's like a real strong cacao presence in that one that I really do love and appreciate. So I may even still get it, even though it smells a lot like this in its sort of bones. Arabians Tonka by Montale, launched in 2019. Top notes are saffron and bergamot. Mids are agarwood and Bulgarian rose. Base notes are sugarcane, tonka bean, amber, white musk, and oak moss. Oak moss. I said oat. Oak moss. Oh, this is one of my favorite things, and I've been delighted to. I don't know how in the hell I forgot this was in my. I just have a lot of stuff. It's what it is. And I got to do better about that. We acquire so much stuff, a hoard of fragrances, and forget to appreciate the ones we already have. So it's been fun for me revisiting things and pulling things out. I've been trying to challenge myself not to buy anything new. I tend to buy stuff new at the top of the seasons, instead of going back to revisit the things I've already acquired. I'm trying to do better about that this year. Actually go in and, pull out what I have and learn to love it all over again. This being one of those. I love this stuff. Arabians Tonka. It's so good. It's a bomb though. It sticks around quite a bit, especially if you spray it on clothes. If you spray it in a shirt or a dress or something and walk by it 2 days later, it's still there. Like, this stuff is pretty potent. You don't need to do the whole respraying, or you don't have to carry this with you. It's a bomb, and I like it. I like it for that. This one is a compliment puller. It's a fragrance that men and women tend to. Oh, what's that? That's nice. I really, really do like this. I don't know how to describe it to you. Aside from it's got that you can tell it's a Montale fragrance. It's got it's got those bones with the oud thing going on. A bit of pepperiness to it. It's sort of powdery. It is really loud. Just a touch of sweetness, the right little amount of it. It does come across, like I said, like there's a bit of chocolate in there somewhere, but not as much as in the Doucette fragrance I'm referencing. That is very cocoa lean. I kind of like that. I will get that, because this is almost like there probably isn't any chocolate. It's just the way everything sits together that sort of smells like chocolate somehow to me, to my nose. Almost in the way that patchouli has a way of smelling chocolatey, even though we know it's not chocolate. It is much in that way that this comes across chocolatey to me. But baby, I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it. I will buy it again and again. If ever I'm able to even run out of this bottle, because you don't even need a lot of sprays. So I don't know what century I'm going to be able to run out of that bottle to need another one. But it's beautiful. Arabians Tonka by Montale. Next up, Tocade. Do you say it Tocade or Tocade by Rochas? Rochas. Very old house. But this particular fragrance came out in 1994. And I know that sounds like it would be one of those, like, from far away you can smell it and know what area it came from. This one doesn't come across that way. This one is just carries over wonderfully from era to era in terms of fragrance. Well, each era has its own sort of thing that's popular, sort of profile that's forward leaning, and this is able to carry over. I feel from trend to trend, this works. This is just a universally good fragrance profile. It is ambery, very ambery and floral. And I'm not a floral girl, so if I'm telling you this is pretty, this is pretty. So a lot of white florals. Let's see, 1994. Top notes: geranium, freesia, bergamot, and green notes. The mids are rose, iris, orchid, magnolia, jasmine, lily of the valley. Base notes are vanilla, amber, patchouli, musk, and cedar. This is so pretty, and it's real strong. You don't need a whole lot of this. Just give yourself a good dousing in the morning. You don't got to carry any of it. It's with you all day. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. It is floral, but vanillic also. Very ambery. Something in it comes across very slightly creamy or lactonic to me. I just think it's pretty. This is so pretty and so scrumptious, and I love smelling it. And I'm enjoying wearing it. I'm going to wear this right into the winter. I like it. It was a little too sweet for the warm weather to me, but this with the coolness in the air is, wow, magnifique. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that's a cheapie too, so get your nose on it if you can. Also for my shelf of things I've forgotten about, because I was really undecided about this one for a long time. I like Nest fragrances. I do not have them all. I cherry pick the ones I like. This one I smelled in Sephora maybe, I don't know when it was. Was it earlier this year? In the last year? I don't remember, but I smelled on the tester and I kept going back to it like, oh, I like this. So I got purse size of it because I didn't like it enough to get a full bottle, but I wanted to sit with it and see, how I felt. I got it home. I wore it a few times when the bottle was new and was like, I don't like this. So I ended up washing it off a few times. Like, it's annoying to me, the smell somehow. But like I said, I've been revisiting my fragrances now, like going through my shelf like I'm in the fragrance store, sampling everything. Like, oh, I forget about this. Oh, what's this? Like, and this is one of those things that, I'm revisiting and kind of enjoying now. Like I don't know if the bottle has changed or if my tastes have changed. I can't call it, but I like this now. It is very, very lipsticky. So if you don't like sort of that creamy, irisy, cosmetic-y sort of thing, you may not appreciate this because it's like a lipstick balm. But it's nice. Let's look at what the official notes are. Nest launched in 2022, so I guess it was earlier this year that I got this sample. So the notes it shows are vanilla, orchid, amber, musk, and suede. The full bottle of this looks like any other Nest bottle. It's just, got these white florals on the front. I think it's that musk and suede combo together that gives that lipsticky, cosmetic-y thing that comes across. But I really like this time of year. It feels cozy, whereas when I was first smelling it, it just felt, I don't know what it was giving for me. It just felt plasticky and weird. But now I don't know why I'm back at it. I really like it. I've been spraying it on myself, walking around the house in it, just because I've begun to crave this smell. Something about it makes my mouth water now. I've been wearing it. I really, really do like this one now. Ask me again in a couple months, maybe that'll change. But get your nose on it if you like lipsticky, ambery, sweet, creamy, powdery, that kind of thing. You may appreciate this. Golden Nectar by Nest. Did I get through all my tabs? I think I did. So that's all for this week. Do you all know any of these? Do you have any of them? Are you curious about any of them? What are y'all rocking so far? Is it cool where you are yet? Where the hell y'all from? I have so many questions. But again, I appreciate you. I always do. I do know that focus is really, really hard to get people to give up these days. There's so many, our attention spans are extremely short. So doing something like YouTube is quite a dance to do, figuring out how long you can actually engage people in any conversation before they, start clicking through or clicking off. So if you made it to the end of this video or any of mine, I appreciate you, child. I don't take it for granted because I'm guilty too. I will pick up, if I see a fragrance video, I'm looking for the one I want, I'm skipping ahead, blah, 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 blah. Give me that. And I'm out of there. So I appreciate those of you that still, have cultivated an attention span and are able to actually maintain one in this day and age. It's real, real hard not to get sucked into that, moving around like a gnat kind of culture. Neither here nor there. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you. I hope you are well. Till next time. Deuces.